Brian here with another Modern Warfare 2 gameplay video for you. This one's a little bit different from anything I've done before. This one is a bunch of clips of me hunting boosters here on Free-For-All. I have been playing a lot of Free-For-All games just to mix things up a little bit, just to get away from ground war domination and team deathmatch and whatnot. So whenever I do find some boosters, I decide I am going to hunt them down regardless of my KD or anything else and just have some fun with it. That first clip, I only found them that one time on Afghan before the game ended. And the immediate follow-up game on Estate, they decided they're going to go right back to their usual antics. And I saw that they decided they wanted to use that room underneath the house, at least early on. So thankfully I spawned real close to it, and I immediately make my way over there and toss in the grenade. But for whatever reason, they are not in there. I was a little bit surprised there. It only took me a couple seconds to get over there from when they were setting up, and they disappeared. I can only guess maybe they went up the stairs. We're going to go to a different spot in the house or something, and their plan got mixed up somehow. But I do get one of the guys as he was coming back in that room, and since I don't know where they're going to set up next, I decided just to take it easy for a moment and hang out back behind the shed here, because this is another favorite booster spot on this map. Either behind the shed or behind the pile of logs. Thankfully, I am rewarded. It only takes a second for them to come back out here. So it's just time to lie in wait and let them get set up. But just as I was playing my surprise for them, it appears they had a little surprise for me. As I'm lining up my RPG shot, what happens? I get picked off by their spotter. Apparently they went and recruited a third person or brought another friend in to be a lookout for them, which definitely made my plans much more difficult for the subsequent couple games. But I still keep trying. My booster skills definitely need a little bit of work. I have seen a lot of booster videos on YouTube, and that was one of the things that inspired me to do this little montage clip for you. My skills are nowhere near as good as the infamous Sandy Ravage or some of the other guys I've seen. I wasn't able to keep them from getting their kill streaks on that attempt, but thankfully the stealth bomber blinds their spotter or lookout, and I am able to pick them off and at least make them spawn someplace else and get set up again. I did only find that one time on that gameplay. But they do continue again on the follow-up game here on Skid Row. And I was actually a little bit surprised as where they decided to set up for their initial attempt. Considering the building that they are sitting in front of is a very high traffic area on this map, on any game type. But if you guys could help me out a little bit with my booster hunting skills, if you guys could give me any suggestions or tips as far as how I could be better at it, as I will continue hunting boosters whenever possible and whenever I play Free-For-All or any other game type, because I actually have seen them showing up in ground war on occasion. So if you guys could leave any tips or suggestions for me in the comments to make me more successful, more efficient at it, I would really appreciate it, and I'll continue to bring you some clips whenever I can. For instance, right here, my timing is a little bit off with the RPG shot. I only get one of them, but the other guy comes in to get a little revenge kill for me busting up the session, and he gets killed anyhow. They do move spots over here up to the top of this building, and initially they are right on top of each other. So I was pretty much waiting until I could get a nice double there with the RPG, and just in that split second, their spotter made his way in there and picked me off. And like I said, that just made it incredibly difficult for me on this map, because whenever I killed the spotter, they pretty much knew to be on the lookout and be ready for someone to come up the stairs and come after them. So I get the spotter that previous time and get killed. This time I get the spotter again. And what I probably should have done is waited a couple seconds rather than throw that grenade up there. That just told you to let them know I was coming. That was a mistake on my part. But I do get one of the two boosters on that one and go up for the second. I probably should have just used the UMP, but like I said, my skills definitely need a little bit of tweaking, and my tactics need to be worked out a little bit. They do try another go round at it here on sub base in the follow-up game.
Take no prisoners, comrades.
So I make my way over to where they decide to set up again. Another high traffic booster spot is this building behind on the back half of the map, or behind those containers. So actually, I forgot that they had a spotter. I just wasn't thinking about it. I decided I was going to set up there and wait until they got maybe 4 kills before I launched the RPG and try to kill them, but their spotter picked me off. That game ended early due to host migration, so I did find another set of boosters here when I found another game on Underpass.
Let's do this.
And they are set up nice and quickly early in the game, so I make my way over there. And very disappointed, they were right on top of each other, so I launched the RPG in and I only get one of them. They spread out on me on the last second. And I do find another set of boosters back here, behind the truck, a little bit later in the game. Even though I get killed, I'm lucky enough to at least get my shot off before I die. And I find them one last time back here, back in the bushes, in the back half of the map. And then once again, my timing is just a hair off, I get one of them. And his friend gets the game-winning kill cam on me, but whatever, game's over. Now this next clip on Wasteland was just fucking hilarious. There actually were 2 sets of boosters that I saw at the opening of this game during my spectating of them to see where they wanted to set up initially. So I decided to let this play out. And they made this pretty funny because they both decided they wanted to go to the same part of the map and did a lot of my booster hunting for me. As all 4 of them were making their way over there, they just kept killing each other as they kept trying to get set up back there. Nothing funnier than watching boosters kill boosters. Finally, one of them spawns a little bit further away, and I guess they decide that was enough of that. That spot's just not going to work out for them, and they decide to set up someplace else. And it looked to me like one of them, of course, was going to be in those buildings, as they always are, but I figured another one was going to be back in that church from that little cliff there. So time to finally spawn after watching them and get to work. So as I'm making my way back over to that corner, I figured I'd take care of them first. They actually do not go in front of the church. They decide to set up camp right behind this wall. So time to just lay low, let them get started. And I wait till they both spawn, and the RPG again only kills one of them. But I just quietly move back up and pick up the second one with the UMP. And I know that someone is going to be back in this building, as boosters always are. Thankfully, even though they are spread out to opposite sides of the buildings, they are getting a little smarter. I do get the right guys actually doing the boosting. And they go right back to that same spot again. And this is the final clip of me finishing off the booster with the RPG shot. Hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you guys could give me any tips or suggestions in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll bring you some more clips of booster hunting whenever I can. Hope you enjoyed it.